Hey guys, I know it's a little bit late. It's actually about 72 hours in. I need to clarify something apparently. This is a delicate time that we live in, and and companies worry, right? Um I'm going to try, just hang with me, bear with me, okay? In the summertime in Chicago, ice cream sales go up, okay? Now, on another side, in the summertime in Chicago, murders happen more. So you can look at that as that because ice cream sales go up, they create a situation where murders happen. Okay? Apparently, there are individuals out there that doesn't understand that my current situation has nothing to do with who I haul freight for. At this point in time, I have nothing to say about if I am sick or sicker, or if she is sick or sicker due to any ongoing virus that may be happening in the United States. We have only went in to be tested because of we were sick. But in our opinion, it was not sick due to anything to do with this virus. We did not think that it had anything to do with this virus. That they tested us because of this virus is because we go into a high sickness area on a regular basis. And yes, the shippers that we haul for load us for those high sickness areas. There has been some issues with my videos due to this, apparently. I do not know why, because that's where the shipper ships to, right? Now, yeah, there is the criteria for these viruses. This virus has broadened, okay, and so we do meet the new parameters for this virus. I'm trying not to say any kind of name, if you understand that, right? People are crazy, guys. They are just crazy. I don't know why. I mean, it's just political correctness or whatever. It's like if someone's up here waving a gun around, you say the wrong words and all of a sudden people are worried and afraid and scared. I have to be careful. I shouldn't have to be careful. Not at all. But apparently I have to be. So for today's update, there should have been a call today from the CDC saying, hey, you guys are good, right? But that call never came. And I think that the call didn't come because there is a huge burden at the moment on the CDC to make phone calls, because in the last 24 hours we went from 81,000 to over 100,000 cases. So I'm pretty sure that the CDC is burdened with phone calls, right? And since there was no phone call, I'm at this point in time still not leaving the house, but I'm thinking that no call is a good call because they're busy calling people that are in order of need of their call. I could be wrong. I don't know. No one knows anything. This whole thing is speculation, No one knows anything. As far as how we are doing today, The girl is doing a slightly not as well today as she was yesterday. I won't say she had a relapse, but she's not feeling as good. And I had a really bad cough today. That doesn't mean anything because, as you know, I run between Miami and Seattle regularly, and I have, COPD and bronchitis. So in this part of the year, if I have a cough, it doesn't mean anything as far as I'm concerned because I've had one for years. It's nothing, right? To me, it's nothing. That I run a fever, it means nothing. If it did mean something, I would find out eventually. But as far as year to date and year over year, I don't feel any different than I normally do. The girl's dizziness and all that, and her quadruple vision. It could be anything. But there are powers out there that are afraid of everything. So I've been doing on other projects today, right? I've been making these Datboard videos with Daniel McCarthy and stuff to tutorials and things like that. You'll see them in time. If you don't want to see them, it's okay. Please do not watch them if you don't want to see them. If you don't want to figure out how to run the Datboard or how to pick freight, don't waste your time watching those videos, guys. Just because you're my friends or something, please. They are searchable videos for people that want to learn how to do a specific thing. Just pass them by. Don't worry about them. They're not for you, all right? That I may have a little colorful language in those videos. I'm learning how to edit on a computer, and to me, it's very trying. I can use a telephone all day long. I learned how to do this on a telephone, so I know how to use a telephone editor. A computer editor to me is it's like algebra, right? Something that we use every day, but we may not realize that we use every day. So if you do see them and you're like, oh my God, DRC's an idiot. I am an idiot, guys. Or a moron or something. I don't know. It's something new to me that I have to learn, and I've been sitting here for 4 hours editing the video, and now once I finally got it edited, 3 ways from Sunday and not done. I've got to get it up into the cloud, get it back down, and re-edit it and add the things I want to add because I don't know how to do it on the computer. Right? It's just I'm not that guy. I need a class or something. But these are hairy times for people that are scared, and some people that are apparently scared have, talked to my company and stuff, and they're like, oh, well, this company or that company or blah, blah, blah. I'm associated with a specific company because that's who I haul freight for. And they are a little upset, actually, that I've done some videos, these videos, right? It's an association thing. Apparently, the words coronavirus really freak some people out. And I haven't said, I have the coronavirus, right? I haven't said, I'm self-segregating, right? We were simply sick. It had nothing to do with coronavirus in our opinion. But we were sick. So we went to the doctor, and the doctor said, oh, you have these strange symptoms. And these strange symptoms are apparently new symptoms. But it's still not out there all over the internet that these are new symptoms, right? But they also said, oh, but you go to a high contagion area. Okay, they're saying you haul for a specific company that puts something on your trailer and sends you to a high contagion area. So someone on the other end is like, oh my God, they're sick, right? I don't understand why they would be surprised if we were sick, since they do load my trailer for a high contagion area. Matter of fact, it makes me a little upset, and the kind of way where I want to choke somebody, that they would even worry about it. I can't blame them, right? That they are sending me somewhere. I take the load, but they know that they have a load going there. So why would they be all wishy-washy, about it, right? I'm probably saying something wrong, but I've got to say something, because that kind of upsets me. This is our life, and I document our life, and I try to be very careful about what I document and how I document things, because I would never want to cause any if I cause harm and effect to my life, I'm not too worried about it. But I would never want to cause any harm or effect to anyone else's life or business. I'm a big boy. I can handle what I bring to myself. And I thought that on this particular set of videos, I have been very careful not to mention anyone on anywhere in between, right? It's just us at home. Now, that I happen to be associated with a specific carrier, and that my specific carrier is associated with certain shippers, I don't think that should matter. It's you know what it's kind of like? If the CEO of a big company gets on television and says something, it's all right, because they're the CEO. And if other people in the company that are bigger say something, it's okay. But if some lowly peon says something, then it's not okay, because they're a lowly peon. It's okay if they're in that company, but if they're in an associated company, then they cry about it. It's kind of like selling out in a way, because you're like, I'm sponsored or something. Well, I'm not sponsored by anyone. Maybe someone should sponsor me. Then maybe they could control more of what I say. I already try to control what I say, just out of social kindness or something like that. Oh, that's a good way to think about it. Guys, why don't one of you people out there sponsor me? All right? Then we can talk a whole lot differently. Okay? Remember, when they sell ice cream in Chicago, murders go up. Just saying, right? Anyway, I expect that even though the girl does not feel as good today, or she did not this morning, excuse me, look, I'm touching myself, all right? Even though she didn't feel as good this morning as she did the day before, I think that she's still fine. And although I had a very bad cough this morning, for March, I generally have bronchitis, so that's not anything for me. And running between Florida and Seattle, for me to have a constant fever, that's nothing for me. I'm used to it. Remember, my best friend, my dog, died a few years ago because we were doing the same thing. And wintertime equals pneumonia and sickness. Everybody's a little scared and upset over other things. Gosh, people. I mean, I know that a lot of y'all are younger, but but I'm not. And although I don't remember harder times as far as the Spanish influenza and stuff, I've read every book on the subject. And you guys probably should too. Go read some books on pandemics of the past. Look at the correlation between the Spanish influenza and what's going on now. Look at the correlation between polio and what's going on now. I mean, if you talk to people, let's see, that was born in the 40s, let's say 42, right? 42, 52, 62, 72, 82, 92, 102. They're 70 years old now, all right? They can remember polio. You talk to somebody at 70 years old and can remember polio and tell you the stories about that it's going to be so much the same. This could possibly be a winter virus that will happen every year. Or not. We don't know yet. But it's looking like it's going to be. Okay? Polio came around every spring. It was an opposite flip, actually. But it devastated the young community. It didn't kill like this is killing maybe, but it still devastated the young community, where this particular disease is going to devastate the old community. And it could actually morph and change a lot more. So we don't know what it's going to be. But today it is what it is. Anyway, you guys have a spectacular day. And I wasn't supposed to do this check-in video, but I'm doing it anyway. Because I mean no harm. No one was harmed in the production of this video. You have a spectacular day. Don't be afraid. But if you are, gather together. Talk to your people. I know, I want to see my kids right now, and I cannot go see my kids right now because this is just too dangerous. And I really want to see them. I love my kids, just like you love your kids. But I got the telephone. I got Skype. Right? Talk to you later.